It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Bruce?
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. Today we're diving back into Dexter, Season 6. Finally, as always, my thoughts are going to be in the R&R for the previous season. If you want to know my thoughts going into this, check that out. Otherwise, let's roll it.
There are times in our lives when everything seems to go wrong. Tragedy strikes. I've been stabbed.
Oh, one of his victims fought back, maybe. Straight into the action. Maybe this is... No. It's like, why would he be acting like that if it was just like some kind of ploy to maybe get them here?
And there are other times when everything goes...
Maybe it is. I was just like wondering, like, okay, why would he... Maybe he was just getting into character, you know? But that's cool, double kill.
Ben. Roger.
There have been cases,
You know what's wrong,
I think
what you've been doing.
heard of one recently.
What's going on?
Like EMTs kind of taking advantage of their position, taking advantage of people who are in need in the back. And
Live and letting others die. Making them die. So you could harvest their body parts.
organs.
You were just trying to help yourselves make some money.
The defibrillator? No knife. Dang. Not exactly his old ways, but he's still killing. No problem.
I've learned that periods of darkness can overcome us at any time.
And I've never mentioned it before, but Slice of Life.
But I've also found that I'm able to...
Great name for the boat. So many. I wonder how long it's been, and we haven't seen Harrison. We haven't seen Sonia. Maybe we're about to.
Dexter!
Hey, Jamie. It's not what you're thinking.
Hey, Dex.
It's really not what you're thinking.
Because now you can slip in and out of your place day and night without anyone knowing.
I never really thought about that. We just needed the extra space.
Sure.
How's my sister working out for you?
Great. Harrison loves her.
Yeah, I figured a sister.
For our children so that they feel safe and enough
Well, it's like
freedom
a Catholic
so that they
school.
feel challenged.
Okay.
It's a nun.
It's a highly esteemed feeder school to some of the finest Ivy League universities in the country.
Harvard, here we come.
Let's start him early.
Not everyone that applies to Our Lady of the Gulf gets in.
Yeah, I think it is like a either Christian Catholic school.
Angel Batista?
Noah's Ark in the background, and then that was Moses, of course.
So, you are Catholic as well, Mr. Morgan.
Actually, I'm not. And though it does have a certain appeal, I'm not sure it's right for...
Are we going to be
everyone.
tackling Dexter's morality in this? Not in the sense of like
No.
Jewish.
general morality, but like religious morality.
No.
Any religious affiliation?
Nothing.
I mean, shouldn't she be happy? I feel like in that situation, somebody who is in a religion should be happy that somebody who doesn't believe in anything wants to have their kid, you know, in an environment around the religion that they espouse to be the one, you know?
You're not really sold on this place, are you?
Not completely.
Is it because of the religious thing?
Partly.
What you said in there, do you really believe that? You really believe in nothing?
We kind of got a hint of that last season with Sonia.
What kind of principles?
Well, a set of rules on how to conduct myself in the world so that I don't get into trouble.
Seriously?
What?
A set of rules to follow so you don't get in trouble?
Basically what it is.
It just sounds kind of cold and empty.
This is factual.
It's not just about you anymore. You're a father. What about Harrison? You have to think about what you want him to believe.
Right.
That's something interesting to tackle as a parent, I think. That whole statement right there, just breaking it out, like what you want him to believe. Very interesting. You know, something to think about.
To be honest, I've given a lot of thought to what I don't want to pass on to Harrison, namely my dark passenger, but very little about what I do want to pass on.
You know, I think one of the most important things to pass on would be pass on the ability to think for oneself, you know, how to break things down, how to think logically, come to conclusions yourself.
Maria LaGuerta.
The fuck have you been?
To run some errands. I was appointed to the department 12 years ago in June.
Why do you smell like old lady?
Is she getting a promotion?
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Captain LaGuerta.
Okay. Got her promotion. Let's go.
One more person moving.
Still don't really feel too much for her, but I'm glad to see her do well, you know.
You were very convincing.
Okay, cut the crap, Maria. Give me the book.
Blackmail. The book.
In Miami Madam's little black book.
Please, don't talk about integrity to me.
Miami Madam.
That husband of yours as soon as you realized he was no career wrestler.
That is not true.
They are broken up. Dang. That sucks. What? I want to know what happened. We left things off when they were trying to make things work out.
Miami Metro Homicide. And this is the heart of it all.
Why are you in my way?
I'm Peter. I'm one of Professor Masuka's students.
Professor Masuka.
And this is the future of forensic science.
Wow, the future looks very bright.
Yeah, they were just focusing on her too much for that not to be a thing.
Maybe I should teach a class.
How to rob a cradle.
Hey, I'm twice divorced. Leave me alone.
That sucks. Back to the old, you know. You guys know that I don't really like that. I don't like backpedaling. You know, I want more progression, you know.
Janet McKellen. She and Joe Walker were voted most beautiful couple our senior year. She was found dead 3 years ago, an apparent suicide, but there was blood underneath her fingernails.
The way she's holding that gun.
Could it get there if her fingers were wrapped around the grip, pointing away from her body? It must belong to someone else. Perhaps someone she scratched.
Didn't even look like a good, frame job. Do better than that. Oh, that's sad to see, though. And Dexter all dressed up. You don't normally see him in a suit. I don't remember the last time. Maybe sometimes when he's in court, but a red moon. Isn't it like a farmer's moon or hunter's moon? I know that occurs. Maybe not that saturated.
Florida water snakes don't lay eggs. They give birth to live young around 20 or 30, sometimes even more.
This is a perfect example of a scene that benefits from music.
Makes her fat and slow.
Cadence. Because if you just put this in the context of like a documentary, pretty run-of-the-mill.
Florida water snakes do not lay eggs. They give birth to live young, around 20 or 30, sometimes even more.
There's a lot of them inside.
Well, you're gonna need a 7.
This actor looks a little bit familiar too.
High school, a small world unto itself. It's a miracle I graduated without killing anyone.
From the school. I'm pretty sure he killed that one guy when he was still in school. The guy that sent Harry over the edge.
I was invisible in high school.
Dexter! Right, dude?
You bet, dude.
Man.
Yeah, this guy's excited.
Obviously.
I'm only here for one activity.
Straight into hunter mode.
I'm finally going to get some use out of my class ring. I sharpened part of it.
Dexter!
Mindy!
You're the last man that I ever dated.
Huh.
I'm glad if I was of any help.
Yeah.
Dexter?
Trisha!
You look fantastic.
Been working out.
Yeah, doing my best.
Dexter!
He was saying he was invisible. Seems like a lot of people know him. Maybe more paid attention to him than he thought.
Unlike everyone else, you look better than you did 20 years ago, and it makes you popular. How's it feel?
Uh-oh. High school Dexter.
Enjoy it, son.
Yeah, being a blood spatter analyst really isn't so much of a job as it's a calling.
People drinking makes it way easier, I guess, too.
Dexter! What's going on, man?
Lab geek.
That would be me.
You know, it's been 3 years now, and still, sometimes I get so angry with Janet doing what she did, leaving me like that.
Dang, it's her fault, huh? That's wild.
Wow.
And then straight to another woman. Yeah, that's...
Look at that.
Telltale signs.
You know, my one regret in high school is that I never tapped that sweet ass.
Well, you were dating Janet then.
I mean, that doesn't make a difference.
Of course.
Especially when you have that mentality.
Say hello.
Yep.
Comedy with the music.
Hammer time!
Just like the bad guy from Lethal Weapon 2. I've got diplomatic immunity.
This was during
so
his time in high
can't
school.
Can't touch me.
What in God's name is he doing?
You can't touch me.
Of course, Harry is his #1 fan.
Stop. Pee the time. I'm a big shot. There's no doubt. Light a fire and pee it out. Don't like it? Kiss my rump. Just for a minute, let's all do the bump. Except for you. You can touch me.
Hey, at least he got out there, man. At least he got out there. That's what counts.
Visions.
So these guys going through some kind of ritual or something? Maybe extracting something from those snakes?
In the midst of the street was the tree of life, which bears 12 manner of fruit and yielded her fruit every month.
Do you want something?
It's like a biblical thing. Maybe we will be exploring more into the religious aspects. Rusty blade. Very ceremonial, I think. It looks kind of like a Roman blade, maybe?
I mean, that was the deal. We divorced, things go back the way they were when we were still friends.
That's exactly what this is.
So I guess they just felt like it wasn't going to work out. Huh?
I need someone in here who I can trust.
Well, how much of a salary bump?
20% the first year.
At least they're still copacetic.
One of you will be lucky enough to become my intern. A prize opportunity.
7 snakes.
$10 a hot chick earns it.
Intestines. No signs of a struggle, judging from the undisturbed blood pool.
Yeah, he was either dead or unconscious when his intestines were removed.
No usable footprints for the blood.
Probably replaced with the snakes. Maybe they left the body somewhere for them to find.
Can we talk in private?
Yeah, go ahead.
Christ, leave me alone.
This time the plan is when Joe is at the bottom of a pile, I'll give him a quick jab and get my sample.
It's flag football. Probably not going to be too many piles.
My lancet. No lancet means no blood sample.
No, now you just got to dominate in the game. Take out his anger.
Give the little prick a hard jab in the nose with your elbow.
The old-fashioned way.
26 lights!
I wonder who won.
And we've got a blood match.
Did you take Harrison for his preschool interview? All kids have to learn those kind of things.
Look, I know this is a little basic, but how do we even know there is a God?
That is the base level of belief that you have to have. That's why it's called faith, you know? Because no matter what you do, there's always going to be a leap of faith that has to happen for the belief in a religion, you know?
When you really get down to it, it's all about faith.
Yeah.
It's something you feel, not something you can explain. It's very hard to put into words.
Because it makes no sense.
It's not a logical thing, really.
Kind of fancy, isn't it?
It's okay, I'm buying.
Well, then I'm eating.
Is he going to take that promotion?
Nice of Dexter to let you out early tonight.
Oh, yeah. He's such a good boss.
Okay, so like no more Sonia, I guess.
Just seems like some nights it gets to be too much and he's got to just disappear for a while. Go out on his boat.
Is it Angel's turn to get suspicious of Dexter?
Poor guy needs a hobby or something.
Totally.
Looking at the next lieutenant of Homicide.
He's taking it.
Take it. I am so happy for you.
It comes with a nice salary bump. They put Audi back in ballet lessons.
How's she doing?
You know.
Hasn't been too long, so she's probably not that old.
Oh, naked on top there.
You sound just like Pop.
You're all sexualized.
Oh my God. You're serious. I know we didn't grow up together, but I'm your sister.
She's not my girlfriend.
My father taught me what he thought was important, but I guess we had some concerns that seemed more pressing. I want Harrison to have a normal childhood.
Yeah, I think it is good for a kid to have a solid foundation, you know, have knowledge of a lot of different things. Again, it just ties back into what I was saying earlier, just about being able to think through things and having a wide array of knowledge and experience just aids in that, you know. Yeah. Did they sew him back up? Or were those even his intestines?
He's dead.
That's your best guy?
It doesn't look like somebody was trying to hide him.
No, more like they wanted the body to be found.
Last thing I need is a complicated crime scene.
Yep, sewed him back up, it looks like.
Someone cut him open and sewed him back up.
And it just got complicated.
It's Greek.
Ritualistic, really.
Alpha Omega.
Okay.
Holy frankenfuck snakes!
Yeah, this is it's an adventure for Dexter. Oh, man.
Hello, runner-up. Little Miss Hottie.
Can we get back to this, please?
They're antagonists. Maybe not, though, because they're introducing them pretty early and pretty fast in this. There might be a lot more to this.
After Joe's had a couple drinks, I'll figure out a way to get him to...
Interesting with, like, the balloons in the background. Kind of looks like snakes going around the balloons.
If it wasn't for you, I'd have never made it through high school. Maybe I should give you a little something back.
Continuity with the expressive nature of Dexter's. Girl was folded.
Your purse?
Russia, you bad girl.
Confidently sauntering up to your death. I guess that's the best way to face death.
Trisha!
On the scoreboard.
Who said I killed Janet? I didn't kill Janet. I was...
No more lies.
He's getting creative with the kills now.
But I had to. Do you know how expensive a divorce is?
Really? That's your answer?
Over money. That's crazy. But I mean, I guess that is just shows the lack of emotion, lack of empathy there.
What would Jesus have done?
Jesus tattoo.
How do you reconcile your belief in a higher power and a God with what you've done?
And the cross, the crucifix necklace.
God forgives us.
Really, it's as simple as that? You kill someone, God forgives you for it?
Yes.
It really just depends on what religion you espouse.
If you let me go, God will give you life everlasting and whatever you want. He will smite you with swords and rocks and thunder.
What?
Thunder's just the noise. It would be lightning.
And he will protect me!
Nope.
Hammer time.
Yeah, that was a little bit strange, but
That body was probably tossed in the water no more than a quarter mile offshore.
I don't think he's here to talk about work.
I don't really want to talk about work.
What is going on with you? You're acting so weird lately.
I'm not acting weird.
You're about to drink the candle.
What is it? It's got to be something personal to him.
Deborah,
Oh, Mary. Marry him.
marry me. God, I sound like a fucking idiot.
So that's probably why he smelled like he was at the mall, smelling like perfume. Trying to...
All right?
Yeah.
Life is good.
I guess this was like the internet was starting to gain some traction, popularity, people putting stuff on the internet. Is Deb going to be a hero?
I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a serpent rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads.
Oh, that's
And upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Apocalypse or something like that. It's like about the end of the world or something, I believe.
It's begun.
And I have to think about what he wants and what's best for him. Maybe he'll grow up to be someone who wants to think about those kinds of things.
It's all about providing the options, I think. Dexter's kind of using different methods now to take these people out. Instead of like putting the, I guess, cotton or gauze in the people's mouths, he's put the football in the dude's mouth. Taking out those EMTs with the defibrillator. Still on his murder spree. Still doing his thing. Doesn't seem to be slowing down at all with that. But again, I think we are going to be tackling that purpose. Definitely going to be tackling religion. At least in the first part of this season. I know I said that for season 4 in the closing thoughts, I think, of the first episode, maybe. I think that'll be an interesting challenge for Dexter. Because again, as we've seen in this, it's like religion is not necessarily a very logical thing. And I don't know if I'm going to get a bunch of hate for that. But it does require faith. It does require a little bit of kind of just accepting the fact that it's something that is not going to be proven. In order to prove a religion is correct, whichever one you want to try to prove is correct, there has to be that initial piece of like, okay, God is real. That has to be the base factor to argue whether or not a religion is viable or not. And if somebody doesn't even have that base level of like, okay, God is real, a higher power is out there that created things, created the universe and watches over people and has an individual relationship with us as people. Without that, you can't really argue religion because there's just no basis, But again, I think I myself was raised with religion, and I was raised with a lot of different kind of ideas presented to me. So I think it is very important for children to be presented with something like that, something beyond them to believe in, as long as it doesn't, in my opinion, borderline on like extremism. Things can be taken too far, I think, sometimes. And I believe that people who aren't religious, maybe sometimes they were before, things got too crazy for them and they kind of drew back from that. And for Dexter, just the fact that these things are bad, these things could get him caught or get him hemmed up, that's enough for him. But for some people, there needs to be a little bit more of an emotional investment in it, you know? And that's when the religion comes in and the morals come in of, okay, I'm gonna do this because it's the right thing to do, or I'm not gonna do this because it's the wrong thing to do. And it's more of an emotional feeling rather than logically, if I do this, I will go to prison. That's that's Dexter's mindset. Or if I get caught doing this, I guess that would be Dexter's mindset. I guess maybe I'll have to brush up on some religion, some like biblical things for this season, because I guess we're gonna be exploring those themes. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.